I'm Lindsay Kosnick, Senior Wealth Advisor and Portfolio Manager with Team LWC, and welcome to this week's Market Wrap-Up. Heading into Wednesday's Federal Reserve meeting, expectations of a rate cut were high, though the exact size was unclear. On one hand, there is strong economic GDP growth projections, and this is supported by strong wage gains, a rising stock market, and inflation nearing the Fed's 2% target. But with unemployment creeping up, the case for more aggressive cuts gained momentum. The Fed opted for the 50 basis point cut, and the U.S. indices turned negative by day's end on Wednesday. But after sleeping on it, markets rebounded on Thursday with a vengeance, and some markets closing at new highs. Investors are going to remain focused on the Fed's data-dependent approach, as Powell emphasized the need for recalibration. In Canada, the TSX has been affected by strong earnings reports and falling oil prices, adding volatility. So the Bank of Canada is expected to follow the Fed's lead, with further rate cuts dependent on housing and labor market data. So while this could ease pressure on new home sales and the rental market, really the full effects may take time, as many lenders have already priced in expected cuts. And here we go again, just like we witnessed last week with Air Canada, now the United Auto Workers strike and geopolitical tensions could create broader economic risks, particularly in auto manufacturing and energy. Just do it, and he did. Elliott Hill, who started as an intern over the course of 32 years with Nike, has come out of retirement and has now been named Nike's new CEO. So talk about commitment and hard work paying off. Now, a point worth remembering comes from Howard Marks of Oaktree Capital, who reminds us that while political promises may influence short-term market movements, long-term economic realities are shaped by free markets. So really, government may attempt to steer outcomes, but ultimately economic fundamentals prevail. And it's an important perspective, as central banks are balancing short-term pressures with the pursuit of long-term economic stability. And as we navigate shifts in monetary policy, we may see increased volatility ahead. So now is the time to stay focused on diversification and remain mindful of valuations, especially after this year's strong run-up in both equities and bonds. At Team LWC, we ensure that all areas of your financial life, from tax strategies to estate planning, are interconnected. We go beyond just the investments. A siloed approach simply does not work. So if you'd like to learn more about how our planning first approach sets us apart, or if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We'll see you next week.